Live KOOL FM. It's the Niko Show, broadcasting live from Sandals Ochi Beach, Jamaica. Sandals Ochi. We have Chef Walker here, the 5-star global gourmet dining experience chief of the world. Is that a good introduction or what?
Well, I tell you, I've never been introduced like that, but that's great. That's awesome. I'll make sure I use that among my peers. Yeah.
All right, so Chef Walker.
Yes, sir.
You have a serious title, which means you have a serious job. You basically oversee the creation, the menus for all of your dining experiences throughout the Sandals Resorts, not just here.
Sandals and beaches. That's correct. Yes.
That's incredible.
Yes.
How many properties are we talking about here?
We have 19.
19?
Yes. So we have over 190 restaurants.
That's insane.
Whoa.
That is so crazy. That's one of the things where, we got here. It took us a little less than 2 hours to get here from Montego Bay.
Right.
And when we got here, we were starving. We're like, we need food almost more than we need to head to the
Did you go to the Jerk
room.
Shack?
We went to the Jerk Shack.
Awesome,
That's exactly what
That's
we
the
had.
place
Some
to go.
jerk chicken. It was delicious, and the
Yes.
food has just been so incredible since we got here.
So just so you know, that the jerk is a little bit of it's very authentic. It's very traditional. It's very Jamaican.
Oh, yeah.
And so what we want to do that fits right into our global program is bring a little bit of everything on property, so you never really have to worry about experience in France or Italy or even Jamaica. By leaving the resort, you're here and you're enjoying all of these delicacies and all of these fine dining experiences right here on property.
The local flavors.
The local flavor.
Speaking of local flavors.
Yes.
You have teamed up with Appleton Rum, which I'm a big fan of. Maybe I indulged a little bit too much. They brought out the private reserve last night.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was
Yes.
fancy.
I have that on the rocks. I don't. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's how we were drinking it. We were drinking it through the snifters.
I
Oh,
actually
you're doing it neat.
Yeah.
I smelled mine and
Boom.
I immediately felt a little bit of a buzz and handed it to Nico. I was like, well, this is going to be yours. It smells very strongly,
awesome.
very
It's
yummy.
fantastic. So you're talking about local flavors, and I mean, you draw from obviously Jamaica, having
Right.
Appleton right here.
It's
the
amazing.
cigars. Oh,
There's
I love
there's
how you
nowhere else for flavors. I'm sorry. Sorry, I spoke
integrate
over you.
everything. No problem. You integrate everything from the local area. So how do you do that at the other resorts? So you have resorts in.
It's more the same. So wherever we operate, and we operate in 8 islands, right? And every one of the islands have their own uniqueness. They have their own little niche. They have their own little flavors. You go to Grenada, for example. They're big on their spices. It's called a Spice Island, and nutmeg is a big part of their spices. So we integrate wherever we are, wherever we operate. We integrate their local flavors into the food that we cook there, albeit still keeping up with what we promise, which is a global 5-star gourmet offering to the guest that comes on properties. Yeah.
I love that. My mom actually had dinner at the Japanese restaurant that cooks in front of you.
Yes.
She had that last night.
Oh, the teppanyaki there.
Yes,
Yes.
And she just thought it was phenomenal, and you needed a reservation to get there.
You
She
have
was-
to.
Yeah, she fought for it. She didn't have a reservation. She's like, I'm going to figure this out. We're going to do this. And I don't know how she did it.
It's funny.
I don't
'cause
know how.
It's funny because in a property like this with so much people, over 1,000 people, when it's full, to get in there, we only have 12 tables.
Yes.
And
That's
each,
why you have to make the
Yeah, and
reservation.
each table is going to take you at least 45 minutes before you're done. So you don't have enough time in the night, enough hours in the night to accommodate everybody. So we have to have.
Yes.
But the cool thing about our restaurants is that you can dine in any one of our restaurants for an entire week and never eat the same thing twice. But can you imagine we have over 16 restaurants here? So, you can eat 3 things per day
And still
every
not go
day
through
and
them.
still not go through all the
My
offerings that we
goal
have.
is to not go to the same restaurant at all while I'm here.
You won't have to.
Smart,
No,
dude.
yes. I went to the tapas. That
Yes.
was so good. I
Yeah.
had some little mini sliders.
Right there on the beach, huh?
Oh my gosh, right on the beach. You're just the most gorgeous view. The
Yeah.
seating actually faces out. Like
Yeah.
all of the seating right there on
Yeah.
that bar faces out. So you're just looking at the ocean.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. The food is
Thank
next
you.
level. Yesterday we got to experience something crazy. It really was the 5-star global gourmet dining experience,
Yes.
and we tried a little bit of all of the different restaurants. So can you tell us about putting that together? What was that like for you?
We know you have a tight schedule, and we know what it is to get you into all the restaurants. Instead of sending you or bringing you to all the restaurants, we brought all the restaurants or most of the restaurants to you. And you know, each of the courses that you had last night was a bit of one item from each restaurant. Nice. So we you know, that was I was taking you through the whole global gourmet type of thing, where you know, you had a little bit of Japanese, you had a little bit of Italian, you had a little bit of French, and then the dessert we have a little bit of Jamaican, and then the dessert complements them all. So that, I mean, we would like to have gone 15 different choices, but I don't think you could manage that. So we stopped.
we get stopped at one point or another. It was the hardest thing to have to stop yourself from eating the entire spread of sushi because that sushi was so good.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You kicked it off in a major way.
Thank you.
All I needed was 2 words: surf and turf.
Oh, yes. That was an exciting choice.
Yeah. Those lobsters are flavorful. They're a little bit different from what you have back home.
Yeah.
They're rock. Well, you refer to them as rock lobsters, they're spiny lobsters, and the meat is a little bit firmer, not as sweet as the lobster you have back home.
Main lobster.
Yeah, not as sweet as the main lobster, but just as good.
Amazing.
I mean, and firm and just nice in your mouth when you eat that with some garlic butter.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
All right.
So
well,
great.
Chef Walker, thank you.
I thank you for having
Thank
me.
you so much for taking care of us.
Hey, welcome home. Thank you for coming.
Welcome home. That's
Cheers.
the thing here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
I'm home. We're not leaving.
Come see him. Right here, Sandals, Ochi Beach, Jamaica, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're gonna get more dessert now, guys.
should go swim.
All right. Thank you.
We will.